Hello, I'm Recoded Zaphod, and welcome to another episode on the Centricraft-2 server. This episode, I want to move my villagers out of this trading hall and into a temporary building so that I can take down this trading hall and replace it with a library, which I've started designing a bit in creative, but we'll do a lot more work on here. And yeah, basically I'm not satisfied with how this has ended up looking, and I think I can make a library which looks better and fits into my sort of fortress idea a bit better. So it probably won't be this high, but I'll probably dig down into the ground a little bit. And yeah, so the first thing I want to do is get the villagers I've got here and put them somewhere safe, but which is out of the way, so I can take this down safely without worrying about zombies getting in and eating my villagers. So I'm going to build a little building off to the side around here, I think. And I think rather than try and get them all in minecarts, it's probably going to be easier if I just fill up the building with lots of beds, connect it to the current trading hall, and let them all pathfind into the new building when it becomes nighttime, and then seal them in so they're all nice and safe. The first thing I want to do is dig out a hole into this wall, and it needs to be big enough to fit in all of the beds for all of the villagers which are currently in the trading hall. So I now have a big hole, and I'm going to start filling it up with beds. So I'm going to put them along the two sides, and then I should be able to get a whole load in the middle as well. And I've grabbed some beds I had laying around, and I might borrow some that I have in the chest up at the breeder. And I'm currently getting spawns in here. So after I put the beds in, I think I'm going to put slabs in. And I'm going to put some lights in as well so I can see what I'm doing. But I want to make it non-spawnable with slabs. So the lights won't actually be necessary. But I'm going to, yeah, get all of these beds in. Nope. This isn't what I wanted. You, go away. Right. Oops. Yeah, because I haven't lit it up yet, and I flew up to the breeder to get some more beds, I accidentally made a full-on mob farm. If there's no creepers, I can go in here and just take everything out. Creepers are the scary ones, which destroy everything. Come on. Down you go. Yep, that's it. Fight amongst yourselves. You're coming for me, so I'm going to take you out. Okay, you want to get me? Oh, I'm taking a bit of damage here. Come on. No. Bad. I just realised I don't have any lights to actually light this up, so maybe I should go get the lights, then come back, because otherwise I'm going to clear this, go away to get the lights, and the mobs will have spawned again. Okay, let's grab some torches, run in, light it up, and then see what I can do. And oh, okay, good. They all despawned. All right, let's. Is there an even or odd number? You know what? Let's just do this. And actually, if I have this all well enough lit, then I won't need to bother slabbing it either. Which will save some time in the long run. And what was this? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Yep, okay, definitely none of them should go down to 7, so it should definitely be nice and safe, and I can just put a few more beds in. Right, so the beds are in, and it's all lit up, and now I just need to connect this to the trading hall, and then punch a hole into this so all the villagers can run through. Let's pop through here and see whereabouts in the trading hall I come out. Okay, I'm right next to a villager. Let's open it up here, as there's no villager standing here. And I'm going to have to release all these villagers and hope they all find their way into here. Let's get rid of this, this, and this. And I should have one free villager now. Hello, yeah. You can go use that when you want to go. Want to be careful not to accidentally hit any of the villagers with my axe. This one I think didn't have any trades I wanted, so actually I'm going to keep this one here, and he might disappear accidentally into a block of lava. Alright, I think I have successfully wrangled all the villagers, except this one, into the bedroom. So I think they are now all safe in here. They appear to have summoned a couple of golems. I think that's from the gossip mechanic, not from the getting scared mechanic, because there shouldn't have been anything to scare them. So yeah, hopefully they didn't take damage or anything. There's another one up here. But yeah, I can now start taking down this whole building and yeah, put in the new library that I have planned. And I now have my nice big hole, and I don't have a building here anymore, so it's ready to start putting in my library. Well, mostly. I need to do something about this. I probably want to do a little room underneath for where it goes, although I'm not sure. Possibly I'll want to put them out in a room over there or something. So anyway, I'm going to leave this alone for now. And once I've done the library at some point, I can come back and redirect this to where I want new villagers to end up coming out if I want any more villagers at any point. But I think I'm going to show you roughly my design for this library, which I have in a creative world, and then I can come back here and start building it. So this is my creative world where I've been designing my library, and I've got these sort of one aisle per villager set up, and I've set this up so there's double carpet along this line. So that way the villagers will wander up to this end here, but they won't wander into this centre aisle. So I can have this centre aisle going all the way along. And yeah, I'm going to need 2 floors for this. So I've also got an upstairs, and I'll have some sort of staircase at the back here. So you can wander up, and then from here there'll also be another staircase going even further up. And I'm going to have beds for villagers right up the top. So hopefully, if I float up to the doorway, you should be able to see roughly what I want it to look like. And there's going to be 2 sides to this, so it's going to go down the centre. And yeah, there'll be bookcases all the way up to the top. And then for the outside, I was planning to go for a sort of quartz style, almost Greek Roman sort of feel to it. And then obviously the dark prismarine on the top. And I think I want to do a sort of skylight over the middle bit here, and that'll bring in some sunlight and give it some, yeah, just give it some lighting, which is always good. Of course, I'm going to have to make sure all of this is non-spawnable, so the carpet's going to help a lot with that, because if I put carpet everywhere, that's all going to be non-spawnable. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go with just red or whether I'm going to go with a patterned floor. I think red works quite well as a sort of library floor colour. But I might try out a few things. And then, yeah, this is roughly the size that it's going to need to be. So, yeah, I've been buying some quartz from the mason villagers. and hopefully I'll have enough to start building this now. And the centre carpet is in, along with the double carpeting along the edge to stop the villagers pathfinding across it. So I think next, I realised I probably shouldn't have taken out all of this floor, because if I'm going to carpet it, I might as well left in the layer to put the carpet on top of out of stone. But as I have dug it out, I guess I'm going to put in some wood for that. So yeah, it's going to be oak all the way around, I guess. And the bookcases are now in for the bottom floor. So you should be getting an idea of what's going on here. So the entrance is going to be this end. And yeah, you're going to come in this way. And I'm not sure what to do with this area back here. But I've got enough space that I don't need any villagers to be in there. So I could just do bookcases to the back, or I could block it up entirely. Once I've done everything else, I'll try and work it out. I'm not sure about this, actually. I think I do need these pointed forwards, in which case it's actually quite awkward trying to get through this gap. So I'm not sure if I want anything usable back there. Or I could do something like a secret passageway or something from under the stairs, and then you can come out there. That could be quite cool. That's definitely something I'll consider. But yeah, and I've just got to keep building up, keeping with the design that I had in the creative world. And most of the second floor is now in, well, like the main part anyway. And I've got this in, which is nope, it starts here at least. It starts there. Double carpeting. So again, the villagers will come up to their workstations around here somewhere, and they won't pathfind onto this front corridor. And I think at this far end, I think I'm going to have some sort of bridge across here, because otherwise it's going to be annoying going, if I want to go from this one to the one just over there, to go all the way back to the front and over. I could put one in the middle as well, but I don't think it's big enough to necessitate that. And I quite like having this sort of open view. I'll be able to see all the way up as well. So I think I'll just do one at that end, as well as the little platform that I've got over here, where the entrance is going to be. So yeah, lots more placing blocks, putting in the next floor, adding beds and all that. And another little progress update. I've started on the outside, sort of templating out where I want all this quartz to be going, and the door with the quartz pillars. I think I do want to have this door close, and because I definitely want it to be a 3 wide one, I think it's going to have to be a piston door. So I'm going to have to work out a way to fit that in, and it looks like I'm probably going to have to do it from beneath from the way I've built this, because I haven't left myself enough room to the sides. So yeah, that might be what underneath gets used for back here. It might be some redstone for a piston door. But I've done more on this side. So as you can see, I've got this in here, and you've got these sort of little reading nooks is my plan for them. So I'll have to look up some ideas on desks and tables, which and find some which look appropriate for a library, and put them in here. And then I've also got one here, and then between the staircases I've also got other little ones. So I've got some there as well, and one in this corner. It's a nice little one up here, and I'm gonna replicate this across on the other side as well. And yeah, I've got these staircases in. So they've got bookcases underneath the stairs, which I thought was quite a nice touch on the ground floor here. It's just more books everywhere. I'm not sure about that. I might need to, yeah, because I wanted that to be a bookcase to fit in this top layer here. I think I can manage with that. Won't see it that often, to be honest. But then, yeah, up here, this corridor isn't very wide, so I don't think I'm going to put any reading nooks in. But at this end, by the entrance, I think I might put maybe a desk or two along here, because libraries have lots of sort of places to sit down and read their books or study the books. And then up the top here is where I was going to put the beds, but I've had a thought that if the villagers have beds as well as workstations, actually I don't think I need for workstations. Oh, possibly. Anyway, if they're definitely going to have workstations, but if I give them beds as well, they're going to start spawning iron golems, and I don't think I want my library overrun with iron golems. So I think instead of giving them beds up here, I think what I'm going to do is make this a studying area. So I'll have lots of the sort of desks and chairs type things around here. So yeah, I'll have to get on my interior decorating, which is not something I do very much of. So that's going to certainly be a bit of a challenge. And then I've got this little bridge over the middle here, which I think is a nice complement to down here where it goes across at the back there. So having this bridge across the middle, I think frames the room quite nicely. I'm still not 100% certain about the fences up there, but I tried a few different things and this was the best one that I could find in my opinion. But if you've got any ideas for different things which I could try across there, please do let me know, because I'm not 100% sure about the fence there, because obviously I'm going up in sort of slab levels and the fences don't do that. Ooh, I could try fence gates. Okay, I'm gonna go find some birch fence gates and sleep this night away, because I don't want any creepers blowing up all my bookcases. And then I'll try that with fence gates and see how that looks. Okay, and putting in the fence gates, I think these ones definitely, because it gives that extra width. Oh, but then it ends up floating. Okay, what about in there? Okay, I like it in there because it connects to the stair bit, so I lose a bit of a gap. So let's do that on all the sides, and there as well. And then, yeah, I don't like that it's floating over here. Okay, let's try just in the... Nope, not that way. Oh, I'm going to have to put in a temporary block and put that in there. Okay, let's make this symmetrical and let's fly down, have a look. Okay, yeah, no, I don't like it floating. What about the other side when I've done it the other way around? I still want it to go further across, but I don't want it as high there. I quite liked it in the middle, but these on the sides, I want it to go out here. What if because these extend all the way to the edge, because when I tried this with just a fence post, it floated in the middle. So let's try that. Now I want that to be lower. I want it to be at a half block height. Maybe I should just take the whole middle of it and put it half a block lower, so I can then have that in between. Let's try that. Right, and okay, I think I definitely actually prefer that in the middle. I don't like this because then I've got this sort of gap up in this area. This one looks a bit steep on the underside, but I'm not sure what I can do about that, to be honest. I think I definitely prefer that side to that one. And what did I put in this side? Put it in like this. You know what? I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I think that looks all right actually. Okay, I'm going to go with this design for now. And again, if you have any ideas for a slightly better design, please let me know, or tweet them to me if you can come up with something better. But yeah, I just want to get a design in for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that, and that will be all right. And I've started on the outside, so I started doing it like this, which was my original plan. I noticed I ended up with this large area out here, and I tried putting a couple of sets of indents in there, and it still didn't quite look right. It wasn't enough. So instead I've tried this. So I've got much more densely packed pillars, and then I think I'm going to put the indenting between all of them, because even with that, I think it's too plain. that might be me just sort of trying to over detail everything and try and add something to every blank bit of wall I see. But yeah, I think with the extra little indenting detail, it looks slightly better. I would definitely have to do it to at least one of them, if not all three. And then once I've done it to one, I feel like doing it to all three makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to indent all three, copy this design over to that side, and I might adjust this doorway slightly still, because I was having it jut out and now I'm having it inset so the pillar can move across a bit and these are evenly spaced, because that's the other issue. It wasn't all evenly spaced. And yeah, I mean, I know the middle is going to be sort of an extra large space without a pillar, but that should be fine because it's central. So I might need an extra detail possibly in this bit of wall just here. So I'm going to try out a few things and flip this across and probably take the pillar design along the sides, as I can do that now. And yeah, I've also gone around and carpeted all of the inside, and yeah, so this is well on its way. I've currently got temporary torches up here because I really don't want anything to be spawning around here. And yeah, I'm feeling good about how this is going. I'm not sure about the big white wall from inside. I'm going to have to change this bit of grey wall down here. But no, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it works all right. Because you've only got this wall where you see it, but the rest of them are covered in bookshelves. So that should be fine. And ta-da! I've now got the walls up. I haven't actually done the back wall yet, because it backs onto a hill. So come on, take light. There we go. I'm not actually sure how I'm going to adjust into this hill, whether I want to remove some of it, whether I want to have this linked straight into the hill and then have it connect sort of underneath anything which is built up here. So once I decide that, I can work out how to connect it on this end. But for the sides and the front, I'm done with all the detailing, all the quartz pillars. And yeah, I'm fairly satisfied with how that's turned out. And I've got a little bit of detail above the door. And yeah, next step is to get the roof going on. So I need to get some more of this dark prismarine. And I should have enough, although there's a lot of roofing to do. So I'm a bit worried about my ink reserves, whether I have enough of that. But obviously I've got a Guardian farm now, so I can get as much prismarine as I need. It's just the ink sacs I'm a little bit worried about. So I nipped over to the Guardian farm and grabbed a whole load of prismarine shards. And this is all the ink I have accumulated this entire season so far. And I'm probably going to be using, if not all of it, at least a good portion of it. So yeah, I'm gonna, I'll make 5 stacks for now. And yeah, let's see how far that goes. And it is done. Well, mostly. As much as I was intending to do for this episode, I have the whole roof on, and I've got the front on. And well, I do have this empty space at the top, which I want to put some sort of decorative stuff into. I plan to use some polished diorite for that, possibly. I think that'll stand out, but still blend into the style of the build. And yeah, I'll take the air so we can get a nice, good look at this. And there we go. See it all along the side. I'm quite satisfied with the pattern on it. And on the roof, I've got the skylight. So you might notice from this angle, I haven't put a back on it yet because I'm not sure how I'm connecting it to this wall. So that's going to be something I work out when I work out exactly what's going on this bit here. And then I can work out whether I want to just copy this design onto the back or whether I want to have this connect into a larger building directly behind it. So I've still got, like I said, I've still got a few things to do. So I've got the back, and I've got the little decorative interior bits in here, and there's a few other things. Obviously I need to move the villagers back into here, and oh yeah, the door here. I need to put in a piston door. I've started work on a plan for that, but I haven't finished it yet. But I think because of the space requirements, it's going to definitely need to be gravity blocks. So I'm going with this grey concrete. So that's what it's going to look like when it's shut, which it should be most of the time to keep all the villagers nice and safe. But yeah, I think that is actually going to be all for this episode. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback in the comments, all of the stuff you've seen. Also, you may have noticed I was using my new bookcase texture pack. So if you have any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. But that's going to be all from me for this episode. I've been Recoded Zaphod, and thanks for watching.